Did Kamran really just torch his whole bond with Jim Jones and dump Chrissy in the flames for good? A jaw-dropping hotel bathroom video hit the net overnight, raw and personal, and Harlem is shook. Word is, Cam leaked it himself, petty. Chess or cold-blooded betrayal. No clout chase this time. This is Dipset's funeral in real time. Two street legends have officially morphed into sworn enemies, and the streets are calling it monstrous. Stick around because once those receipts drop, there's no turning back. So let's crack open the scandal grenade that just nuked every corner of Harlem. In one corner, Cameron, Dipset's pink mink messiah, Harlem's flashy general and knowledged. Architect of the filthiest betrayal since Brutus stabbed Caesar. In the other corner, Jim Jones, the rugged heartbeat of Dipset. A man who wore loyalty like a bulletproof vest, till that vest got shredded in broad daylight by someone he called a brother. Entangled dead center. Chrissy Lambkin, Jim's read or die, the queen of Harlem. Now center stage in a leaked bathroom video that no one was supposed to see. The internet didn't just react, it erupted. No caption, no hashtags. Just raw, silent chaos uploaded by a burner account with 0 followers. Like, who does that? At first, fans screamed, "It's fake. It's AI. It's deepfake wizardry." But then the TikTok detectives clocked in. Within an hour, Chrissy's face was trending. Reaction edits flooded timelines like a tsunami of betrayal. And everyone pointed the finger at one man. Cam, single quotes Ron, why? Because if there's smoke in Dipset land, 9 times out of 10, Cam's got the matches. Now let's not pretend this war was born yesterday. Nah, this is a grudge match 20 years in the making. Rewind the tape, Cam and Jim. They were never just rap buddies. They were an empire, a dynasty. They had the baggy jeans, bandanas, and handshake diplomacy down to a science. But behind that scenes, it was pure jungle rules power games. Quiet beef, stolen spotlight, and passive-aggressive posts you had to decode like Morse code. Remember Cam's infamous Hot 97 interview in 2017? He was laughing through confessions while Jim Jones was crying on The Breakfast Club. Literal tears. You can't script that. Fans knew then. Dipset was stitched together with duct tape and ego. Fast forward to 2025. The duct tape didn't hold. And now that Chrissy's name is getting dragged through internet sewage, this ain't beef. It's scorched earth. And here's where it gets even darker. People close to the crew, like really close, say that Cam always had smoke for Chrissy. Whispered words, puppet master, controlling. Domesticated Jim, Cam allegedly told Jim way back to cut her loose. You want the streets? Or you want Netflix and candles? Jim chose Chrissy. Cam never forgot now that harmless hard drive from the Dipset vault allegedly stored all the dirt, clips, and receipts. Guess who walked away with it when the crew split in the mid-2010s? Yup, Mr. Pink Horsepower himself. Coincidence? Or did Cam keep a career nuke in his back pocket for a rainy day? So, the internet exploded. Not a minor glitch. It's not a simple clapback storm. This was a digital earthquake. And at the center of the shockwave stood one man, Jim Jones, barely 4. Hours after Chrissy's leaked footage detoured from private shame to public humiliation, Jim broke his silence. 3 words posted to his Instagram story on a pitch-black background. I see you. No names, no hashtags, no theatrics. But Harlem already knew who those words were aimed at. The damage had been done. Dipset wasn't cracking, it was disintegrating. The reactions, violent, immediate, unforgiving. Cam did it. Dipset is dead. Jim Jones' solo era starts now. Within minutes, Twitter turned into a war zone. TikTok edits multiplied. Fan pages split into warring factions. And then came the explosion nobody was ready for. Jim went live, no PR team. No publicist filtered apology. Just raw emotion, betrayal, 20 years of buried resentment finally vomiting into the mic. "I don't care what anybody says," Jim shouted, pacing the room, barely holding his phone straight. "That man envied me from the jump. This wasn't no mistake. That clip? That was a hit job." Viewers flooded in by the tens of thousands. Comments raced. Screenshots circulated. It wasn't just entertainment anymore. It was psychological warfare disguised as content. And Jim didn't hold back. The tour money from 2011, Cam stole it. The label, sabotage. He told execs I was unstable. The so-called brotherhood. It was always a solo mission for him. And just like that, what began as a leaked bathroom tape turned into a street sermon about broken loyalty and career betrayal. Meanwhile, the alleged villain Cameron said nothing. No tweet, no denial, no story post, nothing. In the world of high-profile celebrity beef, silence isn't just suspicious, it's a confession with a velvet glove. Chrissy, on the other hand, made her own quiet statement. She unfollowed Cam across every platform, deleted every picture, wiped every digital memory. And then she posted a single sentence to her story. "Some wounds don't heal. No tags, no details." But everyone knew what she meant. The world didn't need a press release. It needed popcorn. Then came the twist. Out of nowhere, mysterious insider dropped screenshots of alleged text messages. Not between Jim and Chrissy, not from a fan. Between Cam and a shadowy industry associate. And these texts weren't casual. They read like blueprints for sabotage. One message reportedly read, "The right filth will break him. Smash his queen. Drain his bag. Split his base. Watch him crawl." That's not a career murder plot. What is? Public response flipped in two. Frenzy news sites ran emergency coverage. YouTube panels dissected every word. Fan theories turned into full-blown investigations. Reddit threads stretched into hundreds of comments within hours. People weren't just watching a fight. They were watching a slow, methodical execution disguised as fallout. And the wildest part? No denial. Cam remained silent while the whole industry pointed fingers. But this wasn't the peak. It wasn't even the scandal. Because right when everyone thought it couldn't get darker, a second leak was coming. And this time, it wasn't just about Chrissy or a tape. It was about money, betrayal, and the kind of silent war that destroys everything in its path. The next act was about to expose who really ran Dipset and who ran it into the ground. The internet was still burning from the first leak when the second shoe dropped. A new batch of receipts hit a shady blog, no fanfare, no teaser. Just cold, hard evidence, financial paperwork, back-end splits. And contracts with Cam's name plastered across deals Jim Jones was never even told about. This wasn't petty shade anymore. This was grand larceny. Industry style. Turns out, while Jim was out here putting in street work, grinding for Dipset's name, Cam was allegedly pocketing solo deals behind closed doors. Old label execs anonymously, of course, confirmed Cam signed private side deals, took full cuts from Reunion tours, and let Jim think it was light work they'd split later. Spoiler, later never came. Fans, once in denial, started connecting dots. This wasn't one betrayal. This was 2 decades of power games masquerading as brotherhood. That bathroom tape wasn't the scandal. It was the trigger. A smokescreen. Covering a chessboard already flipped. Then came the lawsuits. Word leaked fast. Jim was lawyering up. The defamation suit hit Cam's team like a cold slap. The claim: emotional damage, career sabotage, reputational ruin, all tied to the Chrissy leak. Insiders said Jim wasn't just looking for money. He wanted blood, full public apology damages, and a legal line drawn in Harlem concrete. But Cam wasn't. Folding. Instead, he hit back hard. Countersuit dropped almost immediately. Cam's claim: Jim had been exploiting his name for years. Hidden royalties, fake loyalty, and behind-the-scenes threats. Cam's message was clear. I'm the victim. I just played smarter. And as the courtroom war gears up, The streets are choosing sides, like it's a civil war. Harlem is split. Dipset fans, those who tattooed the eagle. Those who wore the pink furs. Those who blasted mixtapes from cracked iPods. They're torn in half. Team Jim says Cam's a snake, plain and simple. Always was. Team Cam claims Jim was the weak link all along. A liability dragging the brand down. And then there's the third camp, the ones throwing in the towel. The ones saying, forget both. Because when two kings burn the throne, all that's left is ash. Meanwhile, Chrissy, the queen at the center of the explosion, made one last power move. She didn't speak. She didn't post again. She just vanished from public view. Unreachable, silent. Letting her silence do what Jim's rage and Cam's ghosting couldn't. Shift the narrative, because here's the thing no one saw coming. Sources close to Chrissy now whisper she knew the tape was still out there. That she warned Jim about Cam. That she even saw the footage before it dropped and begged him to shut it down. So, was Chrissy the victim? Or was she the final move in a bigger game? Forcing Jim to pick a side once and for all. 'Cause this isn't just about leaked footage anymore. This is about loyalty turned to poison. About brotherhood turned to battlefield. And about two men so deep in their own egos, they forgot the world was watching. But here's the gut punch. Even if the lawsuits settle. Even if the secrets stop leaking. Even if Jim and Cam both step away, the damage is done. Dipset, as the world knew it, is buried. Not in silence. Not with grace. But in scandal. Betrayal. And the kind of fallout that leaves no room for comebacks. Because some bridges, once burned, don't just collapse. They take the whole city with them. Whose side are you on, Cam's or Jim's? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more explosive drops.